Russian drones suddenly penetrated Polish airspace, forcing NATO to scramble forces from multiple nations. But here's the twist. These UAVs carried no warheads. Could this be a new Russian tactic to drain NATO's resources and create psychological pressure? In this video, we'll break it all down. From 11:30 p.m. on Tuesday until 6:30 a.m. on Wednesday, September 10th, multiple Russian UAVs penetrated Polish airspace. The incident lasted nearly 7 hours, forcing NATO to remain on high alert. These UAVs are identified as Gerbera, unarmed drones, meaning their mission was not to inflict direct damage. So what was Russia's goal? 1. Air defense saturation, forcing NATO to launch missiles, activate radars, and scramble fighters against cheap targets. 2. Response reconnaissance, observing NATO's reaction time, radar deployment, and sortie frequency. 3. Political destabilization, drone incursions deep into NATO territory create insecurity among European citizens. 4. Economic pressure. A drone costing a few $1,000s may force NATO to spend millions in each interception. The Russian drone incursion into Polish airspace was treated as a serious violation. NATO responded swiftly. Polish F-16 stealth fighters, Dutch F-35 stealth fighters, and German Patriot batteries operated in coordination with an Italian AWACS aircraft, providing real-time targeting data. This shows NATO viewed the incident as extremely serious, yet the cost was staggering. A single Patriot missile can cost $3 to $4 million, while Russian drones may be worth only a few thousand. Even an $80 to $100 million F-35 had to take off to intercept a cheap drone. Clearly, Russia's playing the game of cheap for expensive. At least 4 drones were destroyed. But what's striking is that on the same night, Russia launched over 400 drones and 40 missiles against western Ukraine. The UAVs flew toward the Polish city of Rzeszów, less than 100 kilometers from the border, and a key logistics hub through which 80% of NATO's military aid to Ukraine passes. This was unlikely a coincidence. If those drones had reached Rzeszów, they could have struck stockpiled weapons at their most vulnerable moment. From an expert perspective, Russian drones heading toward Rzeszów was no accident. This city is NATO's logistical lifeline, where the majority of military aid to Ukraine is stockpiled and transferred. If drones had reached this target, even temporary disruption would have caused a strategic shock. Moscow's message is clear. It can strike at NATO's supply hub at will, forcing Western nations to reconsider the depth of their involvement. From a broader perspective, Russia's actions are not purely military. They carry strong political and psychological weight. To unsettle NATO citizens, showing that alliance territory is vulnerable. To pressure Western taxpayers, who wonder why millions are spent downing drones worth only thousands. To weaken support for Ukraine as NATO shoulders rising financial and political costs. This is classic hybrid warfare. Moscow doesn't need to strike warehouses directly. By sowing doubt and division within NATO, it already secures a strategic win.